Hello everyone on the internet, Avalonian Sky, or Sky for short, here to make a video for you all to enjoy. Or at least I hope so. So I won't dwell on this for very long, but I'm a bit new to the commentary community, so I do expect to get criticism, but that's more than welcomed, since I'm not expecting this video to not be my best, and I do hope to make some of a good impression in the community. Or at least I hope so. So today, I'll be doing a commentary on Poketuber. Yay! Okay, I know there has been a lot of commentaries on Poketubers before, and while the commentaries on said Poketubers aren't unjust, I don't think Poketubers are as bad as people make them out to be. Well, most of them. With that said, today I'll be covering on a fairly known Poketuber named Eryizo. While Eryizo himself isn't necessarily bad, in my opinion, he isn't really good either, and is average at best. And there has been plenty of commentaries made on him before, and this one's no exception. Today I'll be commentating on his top 5 worst shiny Pokemon video, and just to be straightforward with you, this video was pretty shit. So rather than taking my word for it, how about I just show you why this video was so bad? Please keep in mind that this is not an attack on Eryizo whatsoever. More so, this is me pointing out the flaws with the video in question and the overall presentation. Anyways, I think that's enough talk for now, and let's get straight into the commentary. Also, I'll be skipping his intro just to save a bit of time, okay? Okay.
About a month ago, I did a video covering my top 5 best shiny Pokemon of all time, and after that video was released, it got my mind thinking, what are the shiny Pokemon that make me want to jump off a cliff? What? Well, today, I thought it was finally time I bring you guys what I think are the top 5 worst shiny Pokemon. And keep in mind, this list is entirely my own opinion, so if you guys disagree with my list, be sure to let me know what shiny Pokemon you hate in the comments section below.
Hey, just because it's your opinion doesn't mean anyone can point out any flaws in said opinion. I get that this is an opinion list, but that doesn't excuse you from not getting any negative feedback. The reason why I'm saying this is because you tend to not like it whenever someone calls out any flaws in your opinion. I point you to your top 5 best shiny Pokemon video and your more recent top 10 worst Pokemon video, where you make it apparent that you're bothered by people giving you negative feedback. You might as well get a fully shoot from the Countdown community because they sure as hell have a fuck ton of those.
Also, quick thing I'd like to mention, I will be excluding Pokemon that don't change much because, well, that's a given. And I will be limiting myself to 1 pink and green Pokemon each to differentiate the list.
Okay. I can get that you want your fans to be aware that there's only going to be 1 green and 1 pink shiny on this list. But why can't you just say that on the actual entries themselves? I know this is a nitpick, but this just bothers me because this rule just makes little to no sense. I mean, does there tend to be a lot of green and pink shiny Pokemon? If so, then you should explain what you mean because some people might not get what you're saying. Like, at all. Also, why couldn't you just make this as a surprise? So that way this list wouldn't be somewhat predictable, and it will allow your audience to have a broader guess on who might be on this list. I know it just seems like I'm taking this a little too seriously, but I just think this notice was just unnecessary. Anyways, I think I'm just going to skip straight to his number 5 entry.
One of my favorite Pokemon to come out of the Hoenn region has to be Absol. There are plenty of reasons to like a Pokemon like Absol. Its interesting origin, its awesome design, and especially its Mega Evolution. It's got freaking wings on it, man.
Looks pretty emo and edgy to me.
But one of the things that I strongly dislike about this Pokemon is its shiny form. This red-orangey color it has going on really just takes it out of its character. It's supposed to be this very dark and mysterious creature that warns people of natural disasters. So then why does it have this very vibrant color as its shiny?
Implying that red can't be dark and mysterious? Nope, it has to be black. I get that it's personal taste, but saying that its shiny form takes out of its character is, well, stupid to be perfectly honest, since it really doesn't change much from its overall character, that being a creature who warns people about natural disasters. Not something dark and mysterious as you claimed it to be.
Game Freak, the only disaster I can see is this abomination here. Please fix it.
Telling Game Freak to change something because you personally don't like it. Yay!
This Pokemon is one of the many cases of missed potential. Houndoom might just be the biggest disappointment. Now hold your horses, Houndoom fans. I know you have your pitchforks at the ready to strike me down, but trust me on this one, I do not by any means hate Houndoom. It's just a little disappointing.
And look at all those straw men pushed away into obscurity, never to be seen again. What a majestic flock of creatures.
This Pokemon is supposed to be a Hellhound, but no Cerberus evolution? Ugh, anyways, Houndoom Shiny is another example of missed potential.
So you think Houndoom is disappointing because Houndoom doesn't have a Cerberus evolution. I know that Houndoom is supposed to be based off of Hellhounds and Cerberus from Greek mythology, but you saying that a Pokemon is disappointing because of your own high expectations is pretty damn petty, especially if you're using a fan concept art as a means to justify said reason.
Seriously? Blue? For a Pokemon that is based on a Hellhound? Why, Game Freak, did you not make this Pokemon red? It would have looked so cool, and it would have made a lot more sense than blue. It's not even the cool kind of blue. It's like a violet kind of blue. Ugh, just get it out of my face.
Well, there has been blue Hellhounds before in other mediums, and blue is naturally a darker color when comparing to its other counterparts, that being yellow and red. Sure, it's not a darker shade of blue, but I digress. To be honest, it only feels like you're complaining that shiny Houndoom isn't cool and edgy, and you having such high expectations isn't really helping your argument in this case. So you might as well swap the colors between Shiny Absol and Shiny Houndoom, since you seem pretty unsatisfied with them.
Actually, now that I think about it, maybe Houndoom and Absol should switch shinies. Ah, much better.
Okay, hold on. When I say swap colors, I actually didn't mean it. And your version of Shiny Absol barely changed from its non-shiny. Ag! Okay, in all seriousness, you seem to have pretty high standards when it comes to shiny Pokemon. Even in your top 5 best shiny Pokemon video, you seem to have these high expectations when it comes to shiny Pokemon. Sure, it's your opinion, but that doesn't change the fact that your own high standards is practically showing that you're very biased. Seriously, stop that. It's like you're waving your dick in the air and no one wants to see that. Also, I'll be skimming his shiny Stantler entry since I don't really have much to say about it. However, I have this to say. Both Houndoom and Stantler are from Gen 2. And if you look at the original Game Boy sprites of Houndoom and Stantler in Pokemon Gold and Silver, you'll notice a big problem. That being, him wanting shiny Houndoom to be red. And if they were to change it as such in the original games, it wouldn't changed at all. Considering that shiny Pokemon were introduced in Gen 2, and back then they were most likely limited on how they wanted the shinies to look. And was the whole purpose of shinies was supposed to make the Pokemon look, oh, I don't know, different? Could you argue that they could have made the shinies look better from Gen 2 to Gen 3? Well, yeah, hell, that is something I will totally get behind, since I think both shinies could have looked a lot better. However, your points and complaints you brought up on both segments aren't really justifiable and are flimsy at best. Anyways, we'll just jump right into his number 2 entries, since there is something I really do want to say about this one.
It was not until recently that I grew a newfound hate for Lucario's shiny form. To be honest, I did not know how ugly this Pokemon shiny was until I saw Spectre and Callum's Pokemon Justice's video. Click the link here to go watch it, it's a cool video. Go watch it now.
Hey, promoting a video that is arguably better than this one is definitely a great idea, Kappa. Okay, so you found a new hatred for Lucario shiny because 2 other people said it was ugly. Do I really need to explain how stupid that sounds? I mean, I can get that opinions change, but you're basically saying that your opinions changed because you're 2 senpais so happen to not like shiny Lucario. Unless if they give good reasons as to why it's bad. But after watching the video, the segment on Riolu and Lucario, they actually gave praise to the shiny for making sense. Well, besides calling it ugly. And for the making sense part, don't worry, I'll get to that in a moment.
Really? Yellow? That is such an ugly color for Lucario. I mean, seriously, I feel so sorry for anything that is the color yellow. It's so freaking ugly. Ah, wait. All jokes aside, Lucario shiny is really freaking ugly. And I think what pisses me off the most about it is that the colors actually make sense. Wanna know why? Just check out Spectre's video.
Okay, hold the fucking phone. So basically you said it does make sense, but rather than you explaining as to why it makes sense, you point us to someone else's video to explain it for you. If that's not being lazy, then I don't know what the fuck is. So for anyone who doesn't know why Lucario's shiny makes sense, well, allow me to explain. Both Riolu and Lucario's names, along with Lucario's steel typing, derive from the mythical metal called Orichalcum. It is described that Orichalcum has a silvery gold yellow color to it, hence why shiny Riolu and shiny Lucario is bright yellow. That's all I really needed to explain, and it only took about a few seconds. Also, the only thing that you said as to why you don't like shiny Lucario is because it's ugly. Good argument. 10 out of 10. Best logic. Definitely won't question your opinion. And if I dare say anything bad about your opinion, then let God smite me where I stand. If you're gonna give reasons as to why you don't like something, give more than one reason. So that way you can justify your opinion a lot more. So please, try again. Please forgive me, Doodle Senpai. I just wanted to say that, and I only have like $5, so please don't hurt me.
By far the ugliest and dumbest shiny Pokemon of all time has to be Sharpedo. There really is no question about it. Shiny Sharpedo is the dumbest shiny Pokemon of all time. Think about it. It's a shark Pokemon. What are sharks supposed to be?
Well, sharks are supposed to be a group of fish, categorized by their cartilaginous skeleton, and they are a subclass of a large family called Chondristes. They are a sister group to the Bacteria, those being Sneeries and Scapes, and the characteristics are defined by their teeth, jaws, fins, tails, and so much more. Wait, since when did this become a talk about science? I don't know. Let's see if Eryizo has an answer for us.
Intimidating, scary, you know, frickin' savages.
Oh. Well, fuck me, right? Jokes aside, contrary to popular belief, but most sharks aren't really that vicious, and oftentimes are surprisingly harmless. They just oftentimes mistaken humans as the regular meal, that usually being seals and sea lions. And they surprisingly hate the taste of human flesh. The idea of sharks being threatening and scary man-eaters is all thanks to the movie Jaws back in the 1970s. And even then, people are more likely to die from fucking vending machines rather than getting eaten by sharks. The point I'm trying to make is that sharks aren't really all that threatening. Unless if you piss them off or if it mistakes you as a piece of seal meat. So they're not savages, they're just dumb animals doing what animals normally do. Now, here comes the dilemma. What Eryizo could have argued is that Sharpedo Shiny does take it up its character, since it's called the brutal Pokemon in the actual game. But alas, spoiler alert, he doesn't. Like at all. Yeah.
So why in the name of Steven Stone's Harry... Stones? Really? Really Stone? That sounds so much funnier in my head. Is it pink? Frickin' pink!
Well, believe it or not, but pink sharks do exist. Such as the Goblin Shark and the fucking Pink Lantern Shark. And it has pink in the fucking name! Though, the amount of pink sharks in the real world are small, but they still do exist, so there being a pink shiny Sharpedo does make sense in some way. Unless if you wanted shiny Sharpedo to be red, just like you wanted with shiny Houndoom.
That is literally the least intimidating color of all time. Seriously, I just checked. It narrowly beats out Baby Blue.
Well, I think Curry would disagree. You're welcome for the nightmares.
I don't know what Game Freak was on when they made Sharpedo shiny, but they really need to fix it. Like, right now.
Tell me Game Freak to change something because you personally don't like it. Again. Yay! Fucking kill me. Anyways, I'm just gonna end the video right there, since there really isn't anything else to really say right afterwards. So, what are my final thoughts? Well, this list was pretty bad. What else is there to say? Okay, in all seriousness, this was probably one of the weakest top 5 lists I have ever seen. While I'll give you that your quality and editing was pretty damn spot on, the same can't be said about your presentation and your reasoning as to why the shinies were on your list. They only seem to stem from one thing and one thing only, and they're pretty damn petty at best. And to be perfectly blunt, throughout this video you come off as whiny. I'm not saying you should like these shinies. Hell, you have every right to not like them, and I'm not here to change your opinion. However, the biggest problem I have with this list is that you only gave one reason and nothing else. As I said earlier, if you're gonna give reasons as to why you don't like something, give more than one reason. Otherwise, it will just come off as pettiness. Also, I feel like some of these entries could have been higher or lower. I really question as to why Shiny Lucario is number 2 if the only complaint that you gave is that it's ugly, while Shiny Absol and Shiny Houndoom are only number 5 and 4. They honestly could have been higher on the list since you gave more of a credible reason as to why you don't like them. But they're low on the list, and instead Shiny Sharpedo is number 1 for the same reason as to why you don't like Shiny Absol and Shiny Houndoom. I get that this is an opinion list, but at least number your entries correctly and or give more reasons, so that way you can give more credibility to not only this list, but the rest of your list, since this is a recurring problem with your other videos. And finally, unlike most people, I honestly do feel like you have a lot of potential, Eryizo. At least I do find some enjoyment in your content, and your editing is spot on as I said earlier. It's just that you need to improve a lot more on your overall content and your presentation. Be more open to criticism and understand why some people have a problem with your videos, because not everyone who gives you negative feedback are haters or trolls, but more often than not, people who want to see your videos to become better. They might not be nice about it, but don't always expect it to. So by the off chance of you watching this commentary, Eryizo, which I highly doubt since I'm just a small YouTuber, please do take what I said into consideration. And that's all I have to say. And yeah, this was my first commentary. So if any of you have feedback and if you see anything wrong with this commentary, go ahead and say in the comments below. Hell, even do a commentary on this if you like. I'm open to it. Anyways, this has been Sky, and I'll see you all later. And please, do take care.